Let me ask you something. What's the most valuable piece of real estate in the world? You might think it's somewhere in New York, Dubai, or maybe Mumbai. It's not. It's the graveyard because there are billion-dollar ideas lying in the minds of people who never took action. Think about it for a second. Books that were never written, businesses that were never started, inventions that were never created, and the pain of regret, all because someone kept waiting and waiting and waiting for the perfect time, for the perfect moment to start. If you don't want the same to happen with you, listen to this video till the end. And trust me, if you apply what I speak, you will never ever regret. Right now, even you are doing the same thing. You know you have got something inside you, but you are not taking any action. You are just thinking that someday, miraculously, something will happen and the conditions will be perfect. And then you will end up becoming a billionaire, or you will end up become a good writer, or whatever your dream is. But that's never going to happen. You are on the way to join the billion-dollar ideas in the graveyard. You are stuck in your head, overthinking, over planning stuff. But that's not how it works. You tell yourself, I'll start when I'm ready, or I'll start when I know more. I'll start when I buy this, I'll start when I buy that, and you end up waiting forever. But here's what I've learned from every ultra successful person I've ever studied. Even they did not know what they were doing. They did not know what they were starting, or they did not know what they were doing. They were confused. They were lost. But they decided to just start. Steve Jobs did not know that he was building the future when he started in his garage. But he just decided to start and see what happens. All of them were confused. They were lost. They had no roadmap, but they had something that was more important than a plan. They knew they were meant for great things. Their mindset was too good, and they refused to die with their dreams still inside their brains. Now, I need to be honest with you on something. Here's the brutal truth about building something meaningful on your own. You have to go through a long period of time where you just work and see no results. You just have to keep going without any results. And every ultra successful person I've studied has gone through this phase. He was confused, lost, and saw no results. But for the sake of his love for the thing, he just kept going. He decided not to give up. What's the worst that could happen? He'll die trying. That's better than your idea just sitting in your brain and then coming with you to your graveyard. Not a few days, not a few weeks, or maybe not a few months. Sometimes it takes years with no results. You just have to keep putting in the reps. You have to keep taking action without expecting anything in return. To actually give your best, you need to detach from the results or the outcomes. If you just enjoy what you do and don't expect anything in return, that's when you build great things. Even if you do the right things, you'll still have to go through this phase where you get no results. And that's non negotiable. All the overnight success stories or miraculous stories, all of them are at least 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. They had to put in the reps, they had to take action, they had to look cringe, delusional, stupid. And this phase is where most people give up because they don't see any results. They just give up right before they are going to get the breakthrough moment. And that's the biggest regret you can have in your life. Quitting right before you were going to get the breakthrough. And then they keep carrying the burden of the what if forever. Always remember, the pain of discipline and taking action is always better than the pain of regret. Pain makes you stronger, but the other one never goes away. Never ever. Here's the secret that nobody tells you. You don't need to have it all figured out when you start. You just have to start. Ideas never come out fully formed. They become clearer as you work on them. If you want to write an essay, you start writing one line, two lines, and then suddenly everything starts becoming clearer and clearer. That's how it works everywhere in life. You just have to start. The road is foggy until you start walking on it. The more you keep moving forward, the clearer it becomes, and the more closer you get to your goals. All these ultra successful people did not succeed because they had perfect plans. They succeeded because they kept putting in the reps when no one believed in them and when they saw no results. They failed, they learned, they adjusted, but still kept going. But most importantly, they started. They started when they did not have anything figured out. They just decided to give it a try and experiment what happens. The worst that could happen is you will end up losing everything and again start from zero. You can always do that. You are still on zero, so you have nothing to lose, but everything to win. So here's what you must do. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Write down what you want to achieve. Write the smallest step that you can take to move a step closer to your goal. And just start doing it without thinking much. Just start, not the perfect step, not the biggest one. Pick the smallest step and just start moving forward. Write 10 lines, or read one page, or record one video, or build the MVP. And here's what I promise you, the moment you start moving, everything will become clear. Everything will become clearer and clearer as you keep moving forward. Not because you suddenly will have all the answers, but because beginning is the hardest part. If you get over it, everything becomes easier. Once you are in motion, once you are already doing the work, your brain stops overthinking and starts finding ways to achieve the goal. Your subconscious mind is very powerful. It can find a million ways to achieve one thing, but you just need to start for it. I can't give you the perfect plan, but believe me, the graveyard is full of people who waited for the perfect moment, who waited for the perfect conditions, the perfect time, and never did anything. Take the smallest step today and start building your legacy right now, because the world does not need more perfect plans. It needs you to begin. I'll see you in the next one.